Okay, as promised, we are going to talk today about the shooting incident, and I think it was Walmart, the accidental shooting between the boy and his mother. Okay. Glock 23. Safe. Springfield 1911. Safe. Yeah. You gotta pull the hammer back in order to put the safety on for some reason. Yeah. Okay, these are now safe. We're now free to operate these. We're gonna put the ammunition out of sight so there's no accidental loadings. Okay, ammunition is clear. Okay, now I said many times, do not put guns in purses, do not put guns in book bags, do not put guns in briefcases. I've said it many times. And I want all of you to go over to Lima Life, Lima Tunes, whatever Melody calls herself these days, Facebook. She has a lot of blogs on Facebook and stuff. She is the one you want to talk to because she is the mother with the guns and the babies. So she is the one you want to talk to. But I'm going to try to do my part because I'm me. When I used to work in the supermarket, you know the shopping cart, you have the top part, you put the baby in there, you put their feet down. If you don't have a baby, you put your eggs up there with your bread. Okay. I've seen women put their purse there, in the shopping cart, walk away, pick up an item, come back and put it back in the cart. What is to stop someone from picking that purse in the 3 seconds it takes them to turn around? Okay? Thieves are smart. You can literally bend over to tie your shoelace and your purse is gone, your book bag is gone, your baby carriage is gone. They are that fast. One day, the head store detective came out and said, woman lost her purse. I think it might have been dumped in the garbage somewhere. If you guys see, let me know. Because woman wasn't paying attention, and that's what happened. What if you got a gun in the purse, and you leave it, and you walk away, and the bad guy takes the purse, now he's got a gun in his hands? Even if you're in a state that does not require you to report a missing gun, even if you're in a state that does not hold you responsible at all for missing gun, no criminal liability, no civil liability, the moral liability is there. Okay, morally, you as an adult are responsible for your gun at all times, period, end of story. You are the adult, it is your gun, you are responsible from a moral standpoint, legal mumbo jumbo aside. Now, I don't want to go picking on women, because I've seen men do it too, with book bags and briefcases and other items in the male purse. Yeah, the male purse, you know what I mean? Okay, do not leave your gun in the purse, or whatever bag. Put it on your body. Black Hawk makes belly bags that hold a full-size gun. But it's uncomfortable. I don't care. I don't care about being uncomfortable. Okay? If you want to be comfortable, leave the gun home. Seriously, if you cannot handle the responsibility, I hate to sound like a member of the Brady campaign, but if you're not going to handle the responsibility, you have to leave it at home. If not, bring it to the police and say you're too stupid to use it. Okay? It's a very big responsibility. And on top of that, all these anti-gun people, what are they doing? They're friggin' singing and dancing now over this shit. Now, this woman left her gun in the purse, and a lot of these purses have special compartments for the gun built in because they're from a nice, whatever. Okay? Baby unzipped the purse, took the gun out. Now, when I go to the range, when I had one gun, I had the gun on my hip, pulled it, fired, reloaded, fire, reload, fire, reload it, and put it back on your hip. Then when I got two guns, I started carrying one on my hip, keeping one in the bag. So if I'm shooting the 1911, the 1911 goes in the bag, Glock goes on my hip. If I'm shooting the Glock, the reverse is true. The gun's in the bag. Now, the chamber is not loaded when I put it in the bag. The gun is in my hand. I put it in the car. I drive by myself. get out of the car, gun's in my hand. When I go to sign in, I put the gun down on the bench, I sign in, I'm 5 feet from the gun, the range director is looking on the other side of the counter looking at me. I'm on this side of the counter, he's on that side of the counter signing in. Okay, kids are not allowed down there, but even if they can, very few kids can actually pull the slide back. See? Yeah, I just cleaned this. Yeah. Very few kids can pull a slide back. So the odds are a kid is not going to unzip my bag, reach inside, pull the slide back, load a round, and then pull the trigger because I'm right next to it. Now, when you're carrying the gun to the range, the gun is unloaded. Duh. If you're carrying the gun for protection, the gun is loaded, which includes a round in the chamber. Now, if the round is in the chamber, the kid doesn't have to rack the slide. All he's got to do is pull the trigger. Boom. All he's got to do is pull the trigger. And it's done. And Lima to Melody, posted a video, a blog that says any baby outside the womb has the physical strength to do this. That area is clear, and I checked the gun, and the round's over there. So any baby can do that. It doesn't take a lot of pressure. To put that into perspective, now we can't. To put that into perspective, the 1911 has a 1 pound, pound and a half, 3 pound trigger. I think it's between 1.5 and 3 pounds 1911s. Now, if I have this gun in my bag, the safety does come off. If I have this gun in my drawer, the safety does come off. It does happen. Okay, now, 1911. That's all. A 3-year-old kid can do this. Okay? If the safety takes itself off, a 1-month-old kid can do this. How many times must I say it? Do not have the gun in the bag with the round in the chamber, especially when you have a kid. Now, this kid has to live his entire life knowing he killed his mother. And obviously, he might not understand it now, but when he gets older, he will understand I killed mommy. Imagine the psychological problems that are going to arise with a 2-year-old kid that killed his own mother. And I hate to libel the dead, I really do, it's a shame, but the mother was 1,000% wrong. Put it on your hip. I don't care if it's uncomfortable, I don't care if it gives you a rash, I don't give a shit. Okay? Buy a smaller gun and put it on your hip. Okay? Okay? I mean, I don't care. You spend $5,000 on a tiny gun that's been deburred and smoothed and rounded like those CZ custom guns, like the ProTech gun. You see the CZ ProTech gun? Like $1,400. It's smoothed, rounded, silked, okay? Spend $1,000 on a gun that's smooth and round and nice and crisp and clean. Okay? Do not fucking put the gun in the bag. Do not do it. Okay? Do not do it. And I hate to sound like that, but that's how I gotta be, because you're giving fuel to the anti-gun fire, and on top of that, not only do you give the anti-gun lobby fuel for their fire, you also kill people. Mistakes can happen. And the odds of it happening, I'll put it this way. What if the safety works its way off in the purse, like this one here, and I have something get stuck in the trigger guard? Like that. You could have this is the magazine going in the trigger guard. You could have a thing roll around the bag, and that thing will roll around in the bag and it will hit the trigger. It could happen. When a safety goes off a single action gun with the hammer back, any weight can pull the trigger. That's Steven Seagal, law enforcement. Yeah, I know, Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal had a reality show. He's a sheriff's deputy, okay. There was a .44 Magnum in the trunk of a car with the hammer pulled back. And Steven Seagal might be the biggest asshole in the world. And I've known guys that met him personally, they say he's an asshole. But he knows guns. And he said you got a .44 Magnum in the trunk of a car set to single action. He said if the car had a speed bump, the gun would have went off. Guns that are set to single action can be very dangerous, especially if it's a double single gun, like a Beretta, okay, or a CZ. Any gun that specifies double single, revolver, once you pull the hammer back, that trigger goes way the frick back. And something could happen. You never know when something's gonna bump. You never know. You never know. Okay? And don't say the kid can't pull the trigger because he can't or she can't. It can happen. Okay? I'm gonna reload these. You know what? I'll reload them on camera. Might as well. Yes, the area is safe. There's no one around here. You saw me pulling the trigger and yanking this and that. So yes, the area is safe. Those of you that are wondering that question, it's safe. That's hot now. Okay. Okay. Safe. Safe. Okay. Please listen to me. Please fucking listen to me. That's all. People that listen to me tend to live longer.